Welcome to another Wealth, Healthcare, and Retirement Strategies. Today I have something very special for you. In this video you will discover how to budget and invest for passive income to retire early. This is the new updated 2026 guide. Before we dive in, if advertisements should interrupt this video, please do not click off of the advertisements. Please allow them to play through as a thank you to me for bringing you this honest, valuable information for free. Now let's continue. Let's start with something we all think about, but few actually plan for, and that is true financial independence. Most people imagine early retirement as something only the ultra-wealthy can achieve, but the truth is, it starts with structure, not luck. The ability to retire early and live off passive income isn't about guessing the next big investment or chasing the hottest stock. It's about building a financial ecosystem that quietly compounds behind the scenes. Today, I want to walk you through how to budget, invest, and create passive income that frees you to retire early. And not just retire early, but stay retired comfortably for life. This 2026 guide is more than theory. It's a practical blueprint designed for anyone serious about wealth preservation, long-term growth, and financial freedom. Before we dive into investing, let's talk about something most people overlook: your budget. For many, the word budget feels restrictive, like you're cutting back or denying yourself the things you enjoy. But wealthy people view budgeting differently. They see it as a strategic cash flow management system, a map for where their money must go to grow. Instead of thinking of it as spending less, think of it as funding your financial freedom. Every dollar you direct toward an income-producing asset is a soldier working for you. That's the mindset shift that separates those who just save from those who truly build wealth. So here's the new rule: pay yourself first. Before you pay your bills, before you swipe your card for dinner, before you do anything else, allocate a percentage of your income straight into your wealth-building accounts. This includes your retirement portfolio, your brokerage account, and your emergency fund. Think of it as your personal freedom tax. You're not losing that money. You're simply paying your future self. Over time, these consistent allocations become your investment engine, producing dividends, interest, and growth. And when those investments start generating recurring cash flow, that's when the concept of passive income becomes real, money earned without your daily labor. Now let's address debt, something that quietly determines whether your money grows or evaporates. There's bad debt, and there's good debt. Bad debt drains you. It's high-interest credit cards, car loans, and personal loans that fund consumption. Good debt, however, is fuel for wealth creation. It's money borrowed to acquire appreciating or income-producing assets, like real estate, businesses, or leveraged investment opportunities. The wealthy use low-interest capital strategically, allowing inflation to work in their favor. As we move into 2026, interest rates and inflation will continue shifting. But those who understand debt as a financial tool will always find opportunity where others see risk. Once your debt is structured and your budget is automated, it's time to focus on your portfolio, the heart of your passive income strategy. A strong investment portfolio is more than stocks and bonds. It's a diversified income system that produces cash flow, growth, and security. Start with dividend-paying stocks. Companies with long-term stability, consistent profits, and a reputation for rewarding shareholders. Dividend ETFs such as SCHD, VIG, or DGRO allow investors to capture that steady cash flow without needing to pick individual winners. Add bond ETFs or a laddered treasury approach for predictable income, and you've built the foundation for financial stability in any market condition. But diversification doesn't stop there. Real estate remains a cornerstone for wealth creation because it generates both appreciation and cash flow. REITs, private real estate funds, and fractional ownership platforms make real estate investing accessible to anyone. As inflation rises, these assets often outperform traditional markets, making them essential for protecting purchasing power. What matters most isn't chasing returns, it's building balance. When one asset class slows, another picks up the slack. This is how you build a portfolio that keeps paying you through bull markets, bear markets, and everything in between. Now, let's talk about the secret most early retirees don't share: reinvestment. The real power of compounding doesn't come from your initial investment. It comes from reinvesting the cash flow you earn. Every dividend, every interest payment, every rental check can be reinvested to buy more income-generating assets. Over time, those reinvestments start earning their own income. That's when your portfolio becomes self-sustaining. It's like creating a perpetual motion machine for your money. Once the momentum builds, you'll find that your passive income grows exponentially, and often faster than your expenses. Of course, none of this matters if you're losing half your returns to taxes. That's why tax-efficient investing is the cornerstone of every high-net-worth strategy. When you earn passive income, it's not just what you make, it's what you keep. Smart investors use every available advantage. Roth IRAs for tax-free growth, traditional IRAs and 401k, S for deferred taxation, and real estate depreciation for offsetting income. High-income investors use strategies like 1031 exchanges and cost segregation to legally reduce taxable income while expanding their portfolios. In other words, you're not just saving on taxes, you're extending your compounding runway. That's what truly accelerates early retirement. Once your tax strategy is in place, automation becomes your best friend. Automating your investing takes the emotion out of the process and guarantees consistency. You can automate contributions into your brokerage account, enable dividend reinvestment, and even schedule periodic rebalancing to maintain risk balance. Think of automation as your silent wealth manager. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't second guess, and it never misses a deposit. Wealthy people don't make dozens of financial decisions every month. They make one solid plan and automate it for years. That's how you build passive income that runs on autopilot. As you gain traction, it's time to explore income beyond traditional markets. In 2026, the investment landscape is wider than ever. Alternative assets like private credit funds, income-focused REITs, and peer-to-peer lending platforms are becoming staples of diversified portfolios. Even digital assets like automated e-commerce stores, content royalties, and YouTube automation channels are creating stable, recurring income streams for investors who value scalability over hands-on effort. The secret is to invest in systems that don't depend on your presence. Anything that can run on automation, contracts, or software, that's true passive income. With all this growth, it's easy to forget about the next phase: wealth preservation. Once your portfolio reaches a certain level, the goal shifts from accumulation to protection. This is where estate planning, asset protection trusts, and insurance-based strategies come in. High net worth families understand that without protection, wealth can vanish in a single generation. Permanent life insurance with cash value, tax-deferred annuities, and properly structured trusts are key components of long-term wealth preservation. It's not just about what you earn. It's about ensuring your wealth continues to work for your family decades after you're gone. Now let's shift to what everyone dreams of: early retirement. Retiring early isn't about quitting work. It's about achieving the financial confidence to live on your terms. The key to sustaining early retirement is managing withdrawals responsibly. A 3.5% to 4% safe withdrawal rate helps preserve your principal while generating consistent income. Consider using a multi-bucket strategy: short-term cash and bonds for liquidity, dividend ETFs for steady income, and long-term equities or real estate for growth. With this layered structure, your income remains stable even during market downturns. And that stability is what allows you to stay retired comfortably. But beyond the numbers, the real challenge of financial independence is psychological. When you've spent decades trading time for money, stepping away from work requires a mental shift. You must learn to trust your system, your budget, your investments, and your strategy. Financial independence is more than a math problem. It's a mindset of self-trust and patience. You begin to see money differently, not as something you constantly chase, but as a tool you've already mastered. That confidence is the true reward of this journey. As we look ahead to 2026 and beyond, the financial landscape will continue to evolve. Economic cycles, interest rates, and inflation will change, but the core principles of wealth building never do. The people who succeed are the ones who review, adjust, and reinvest consistently. They don't panic with headlines or trends. They stay focused on their process, their system of budgeting, investing, and reinvesting. Financial independence isn't about predicting the future. It's about creating a plan that thrives in any future. So if you're listening to this thinking, can I really do this? The answer is yes. You don't need millions to start. You just need discipline and direction. Budgeting with intention, investing with purpose, and automating your systems is how ordinary people quietly become financially free. And the earlier you start, the faster the compounding engine begins working for you. Every decision you make today, every dollar redirected from spending into investing, moves you closer to freedom. And remember, freedom isn't about money, it's about time. It's waking up when you want, working if you choose, and knowing your income continues whether you're traveling, relaxing, or simply enjoying life. That's what passive income provides: independence from the constant pressure of earning. When you design your life around assets that pay you, you stop worrying about how much money you'll have and start focusing on how much time you can reclaim. This is why budgeting and investing are inseparable. One funds the other. A smart budget isn't about sacrifice. It's about building the foundation that feeds your investments. And those investments, when structured correctly, pay you back in freedom. The formula is simple but powerful. Budget wisely, invest consistently, and let time compound your discipline into independence. That's not a fantasy. That's a strategy, one that countless investors quietly use to retire decades ahead of schedule. If you take one thing from this 2026 guide, let it be this: stop budgeting for expenses and start budgeting for freedom. Each choice you make with your money is either buying you more time or taking it away. The moment you align your spending, saving, and investing with the goal of financial independence, your life begins to transform. You stop reacting to money and start commanding it. And when that happens, retirement isn't a date on a calendar. It's a state of mind. You see, the goal was never to hoard wealth. It was to design a system that supports your life effortlessly. When your portfolio generates enough passive income to fund your lifestyle, you've achieved what most people only dream of: peace of mind. It's not about luxury or excess. It's about control. The control to live without financial anxiety, without fear, and without depending on anyone else. That's what it truly means to retire early, not escaping work, but escaping worry. So as you plan your financial roadmap, remember that everything we've discussed, from budgeting and debt management to investing and automation, works together like gears in a machine. Each piece strengthens the next. Build your system, trust it, and give it time. The journey to passive income and early retirement isn't about speed. It's about consistency, clarity, and commitment to the process. And when you reach that point, when your income flows in without your daily effort, that's when you'll understand what true wealth really is. It's not the number in your bank account. It's the ability to live fully, without stress, without limits, and without depending on anyone else's permission. That's the future you can start building right now. The 2026 Guide isn't just advice. It's your personal roadmap to freedom. And the best time to begin is today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so as not to miss our next value-packed video. Click the thumbs up button to give us a like for bringing you this vital free information. Comment below sharing a helpful tip on wealth, healthcare, and retirement strategies that will benefit others. Disclaimer: the information in this video is for equipping, educating, and empowering. Please seek professional advice.